Hello everyone, greetings of the day. This is Komal Mathur, a legal intern at Lexis & Company and a law student at Manipal University, Jaipur. I'm glad to have this opportunity to intern with Lexis & Company, which has given me this chance to present in front of you all. So the topic or purpose of today's video is really very interesting, and especially for those who are interested into contracts and contract law. So today we'll discuss about capacities of party entering into a contract. Now, what is the capacity or competence? So a party's capacity or competence to contract refers to the legal ability to enter into a contract. Contract capacity also implies that a person must be legally competent. Capacity is assessed by whether or not person has achieved age of majority or whether they are mentally competent of comprehending the contract conditions. So there are these basic 6 elements which are included in any contract, which is offer, acceptance, consideration, capacity, intent and capability. Now, who does not meet capacity criteria? Some people are unable to enter into a legally binding agreements and they are minors. Anyone under the age of 18 is considered a minor. If he or she signs a contract before turning into 18, he or she usually has the opportunity to cancel it while they are still a minor. However, there are some exceptions to this rule. Like always, minors are permitted to enter into a contract for purchase of basic necessities such as clothing, food and lodging. But some states also allow minors under 18 to open bank accounts. However, these accounts are frequently coming with the rigorous rules and conditions. It was held that in the case of Mori Bibi and Damodar Dar Ghosh, that a contract with a minor is void ab initio, which means void from the beginning itself. However, if a minor enters into a contract and performs his part of obligations, the other party can be compelled to perform and fulfill its obligation, and in such instance, the contract becomes illegally enforceable. Second category is mental incapacitation. A person lacks the mental capacity to form a contract if he or she is not cognitively capable of understanding his or her responsibilities and rights under the agreement. Many states also define mental capacity as the ability to comprehend all the contract terms, while a few others utilize a motivating test to determine whether someone is suffering from mania or delusions. Next category is intoxication. It is widely assumed that someone who is under the influence of drugs or alcohol lacks capacity. The courts may order the party to uphold the commitment if they voluntarily drunk themselves, and this is complicated by the fact that numerous courts have ruled that a sober party should not take advantage of someone who is inebriated. Now, there is a category which is called persons disqualified by law. Now, who comes under this category is alien enemy. An alien enemy is a citizen of a country, India, a citizen of a country with whom India is at war with. Any contracts made during the war period with an alien enemy are void. Second category under this is convicts. A convict cannot enter into a contract while he is serving his sentence. However, he regains his capacity to enter into contract upon completion of his sentence. Another category in this is insolvent. An insolvent is a person who is declared bankrupt or against whom insolvency proceedings have been filed into a court, or resolution professionals have taken possession of his assets. Since a person does not have any power over his own asset, he cannot enter into contracts. Now, another category is foreign sovereign. Diplomats and ambassadors of foreign countries enjoy contractual immunity in India, but one cannot sue them in Indian courts unless they submit themselves to the jurisdiction of Indian courts. Now, contracts entered into with someone who lack legal capacity are void. The opposition party has the right of rescission as well as the ability to cancel the contract and all terms and conditions attached to it. If one of the parties lacked legal capacity, the court may choose to nullify or repudiate the transaction. So, at last, the conclusion is competency of parties to contract is one of the most important requirements to make an agreement valid and enforceable in the court of law. Thank you. Have a nice day.